106.3 FM, The Big One, proudly presents The Dudley Hilton Show with your co-host, John Dudley Hilton. John and the coach go through every play of the last game and get you ready for the next game right here on 106.3. And now, John Dudley and Coach Dudley Hilton.
All right, guys, welcome back into the second edition of the 2019 Coach Dudley Hilton Show. I'm your host this evening, John Dudley, and as always, we got legendary Coach Dudley Hilton with us. Coach, it feels good to be sitting here 1-0. Let's get right to it. I tell you, we had to take a pretty long trip up the interstate and couldn't ask for better weather. As we was driving in, I saw the Stadium of Champions. It gave me chill bumps. Felt like we fit right in. We had a great crowd. What do you want to say about it?
Well, you know, John, it was a great night, and, you know, coming home with a win. And when you get my age, all wins are very, very important, and that was a very important game. And of course, we had a lot of family up there, you and I, because that's close to our hometown, Springfield, and we had my brother and my sisters and a lot of niece and nephew, and a lot of people came out of Lexington to watch us play. And you know, that just gives some people down in Central Kentucky that's our big Bell County football backers, and you know, we brought the show to them. You know, and the rest of the year now, I guess the show will be here close in our area. But like you said, it's just a beautiful place to go in there, and the stadium, and just it would if you can't go there and play, or there's not many places you can go out there and play. But it was good to go down and take Bell County football down to Central Kentucky.
Well, I mean, Bell County's always traveled well to me, but they traveled better than anybody up there Saturday. I think our kids enjoyed playing there. I think we'll look forward to go back there next year and play again. Yeah,
I was real pleased with the crowd, John Dudley. We just took a big crowd there. There was, you know, a lot of people that, like I said, that don't have the opportunity to see our game and have a chance to get it. But there's a lot of Bell County people came out there and was able to come and watch our football game from here to Bell County. And I was glad we didn't waste our trip and waste our money.
I agree. Well, got out of there 37-14. Struggled a little bit out the gate. Had a couple turnovers in the first half, but got out of there late. Just an overall big win. I thought it was a big confidence booster going forward for us, and I look forward to better things coming in the near future. Well, let's start off the game. It was 6 o'clock kickoff. It wasn't hot. We got the ball starting off. You came out in 4 wide. I think you surprised a couple people. We got stuck in a big third down, start the game off. I think we had a big pass completion, but we still got 4th down, and then you went for it early. We was around the 50-yard line. What made you do that? That was gutsy, in my opinion.
Well, you know, we drive all the way down there. We wasn't going down there and play tight, or we didn't go down there to, you know, not to win the game. So I thought we better do what we came down here to do, and that was to get us going. And I thought, well, we sure don't want to get stopped on the first series. So I thought it was very important, and you call that a little bit of coaching experience, I guess you go into. So you know, it could have backfired on us, but I feel like our defense, you know, I feel confident that we can play good defense. But that was a big play for us, and kind of got us a little momentum going right there.
And you didn't hesitate. You went sweep left on 4th and 4, and when we got it, no problem. I think we went on down the field about 3 or 4 more plays, and then Hunter Bailey from the left side run about a 7-yard touchdown in. Great play. I think it was a 13-play, 82-yard drive.
No, you can't beat that if you're getting 13 plays, and that's the whole Bell County football that we used to. It used to take us about 15 or 16 plays, but we did spread a little bit. And, you know, you said early in the show about us coming out spread. I don't know if I've done that many times, but you know, that's heat. And I thought, well, we get everybody running a little bit. Hopefully, maybe you can wear them down. But it was a good drive for us, and like you said, we ran a good dive Hunter Bailey took it in from about 7 or 8 yards out, and I think most of our offensive line scored with him. So that's a good sign for our offensive line and really moving their feet and getting across the goal line too.
I agree. That's something we preach every time we get inside the goal line. We want our line to score, and I think every one of them were in the end zone that play. You're right. So we go up. We don't get 2-point conversion. So we go up 6-0 with about 6 minutes left in the first quarter. We took a lot of time off the clock, and it was a big drive for us. We kick it off to Collins, and our defense comes out ready to play. I tell you, I don't know if it was the offense scoring first, gave them some confidence, but had 2 big early plays by Dawson Widener on first and second down that really got them backed up. Third down didn't do anything. They're 3 and out first drive.
Well, again, that's what that's what we went down there, and like you said, Dawson made some big plays. But I thought everybody up front held their position well, and we just come out and let them know that again we was there to play. So I think that was a good way to start on the defense.
I agree. I think the defense, they were ready to go. So we get the ball back midway through the first quarter. Got a little momentum going now. I think we start on the 39-yard line, and we come out full house this time. Seemed like he had a little something to prove this drive. I think, let's see, we get into a big third down, and we complete one to Jason. Had a scary, fumbled it. And as always, Jonathan Langford always in the right place, right time. Makes big fun recovery. I think we had a couple good runs on that drive by Brandon Baker, Dawson Woolham, London Stephanie, and Hayden Caleb's. It was a committee that drive, and we end up going 8 plays, 61-yard drive. And on the end, you bring in, as that announcer was saying, the big kid, and you line him up on that right side, and I don't know how many people he knocked over, but he knocked a couple over to get in the end zone.
Well, again, that called for down there to get the ball in the end zone. Trevor did a great job, and he'll be the first one to tell you he had some great blocking in front of him. And like I said, about every one of them scored again. So that was a good drive for us. And we made, I think on the night we was like 7 out of 9 third down plays. And you got to be able to make third downs. If you can't make third downs, then you might be in a long night yourself. And Jason making a big catch and lost control of it a little bit, but then he came back, and Jonathan came back and got the fumble for him, and then we went on down and scored. And like you said, we just that put us on the board again.
I think we still had Trevor in on the 2-point conversion, and we used him as a little decoy, and London walked in, and we got the 2-point conversion, and we went up 14-0. There was only 28 seconds in the first quarter. I thought it was a great first quarter for us, offensively and defensively, and we had all the momentum.
Yeah, we struggled a little bit on our kickoff. We give Collins good field position, and we kick off that second time, Aaron. We give them a real good field position. So, we're starting off in the second quarter with them having good field position.
Right. And they, like you said, good field position. They took that to their advantage. They hit us on a couple good plays, and they go 4 plays and 38 yards and scored on us real quick. I mean, after we'd been up 14-0, and they jumped right back on us.
Well, I knew they was a good football team, son. I couldn't go by the record from last year, and sometimes you get, looking at somebody's record and don't think they're very good. But I knew they had a good football team, and they even showed it that night. I thought we played real well, but they came down there, and boy made a tremendous catch. Brent Hoskins couldn't ask a much better defense on him. He was pretty well on him. The boy just kind of reached up, and the quarterback made a perfect pass. So what can you say? That stuff's going to happen, and sure enough it did. It gave them a little momentum, and I think they kicked the extra point. Now we're up 14-7, and we're just but we kind of opened the gate for them, and there we are.
I agree, and I think, like you said, it was tough on Brent, but I think he responded well the rest of the game, took it kind of personal, and he really stepped up and played great the rest of the game. Yeah,
again, we got an experienced player there. Brent was there last year, and then he's going to be there next year. So he needs to just keep getting better, and that's going to happen to us. But, we just got to keep fighting, and that's what he did.
Right. So after they scored, and we go up 14-7, it's early second quarter. They had a good kickoff to us, and And the kid just made a good play and ripped that ball right out of Jason's hands about around midfield, and they recovered.
Well, you know, that's what good teams do, John. They go after the ball and they get down. And college didn't come down there to play us close. They didn't come down there to just show up and get beat. They came down there to win. So that's why, you know, they made things happen. They took that ball. Jason was kind of freed away from his body a little bit, and that boy came through there and just ripped it out, and they got the ball. So, you know, it's a little bit of Jason's fault, didn't hold on, but you give credit to them, because when we had them down 14-0, they could have quit and said, well, we're a bunch of losers, but they fought back and scored, and now they take the ball away from us, and now we've really opened the door and really made them where they've got to say, hey, we're back in this ball game. So we did. We you know, give them credit, but give us some fault too for fumbling the ball. But they made things happen, and that's what you do when you want to win and you taste defeat all you want to taste it. You're ready to do something about it, and they were ready to do something about it.
I agree, and I think the important thing was. For us is how we responded to the big turnover. I think the sign of a good team is being able to face a little adversity, and that's what our defense did. They came back. We had a big first down sack, and I think they went 2nd and 20 and a couple plays and didn't do anything, so they 3 and out right after a big turnover. So we do get the ball back. Let's see, we start on our own 14. We completed a couple passes this drive. I think we did a couple scramble drills where London scrambled around and him and Jason kind of made something happen that got us a couple first downs. And then another turnover, fumble snap, driving, about 8 plays into the drive.
Well, again, there we are, open the door up for them. So we give them opportunities that, you know, that we shouldn't have done. And you're saying we handled things pretty well. I really don't know if we really did or not. That's kind of bothered me because I thought we might have fussed a little bit more than we should. And, you know, when a mistake happens, it's over with. You can't undo it. That's like referee making a bad call. If he's made it, you might as well forget it. You can holler at him and call him every name in the book. But it's still going to be that call, and they're going to stick with it. And sometimes it don't help you any, it'll hurt you down the road. And that's the same way a football player makes a bad play, or he pulls his hands out too fast, or the center makes a low snap or something. It's over with. It's done. So you come. But so here we go down there and we stand a little bit of defense, then turn right around offense and give them the ball, and again on another turnover. And you're right.
And so there's only about 4 minutes left in the half. Collins has the ball, able to drive, tied up for half. They're driving a little bit, and you got a big sack by Cage Baker on 2nd down. He played good all night. I think he had a couple sacks. Defense ends up holding and giving you the ball back. Offense gets the ball back with about 1:20 to score before half. Let's see what we got driving a little bit. Run a fade into the end zone that was a little questionable call. We didn't get a good call, but still had a good chance. And then we get it all the way down the 1 yard line with about 8 seconds to go. I think the play before, London had lost his helmet, and we had to bring in Cam. Cam came in, we were able to snap, spike it, kill the clock for us. So I think he did a great job. Wanted to mention him coming in. We didn't miss a beat by sticking Cam in at quarterback.
Well, you know, we got all confidence in Cameron. He does a good job at quarterback, and he handled that situation well. We got down there, you know, we got down there, and that could have been a very big touchdown for us, son. And we got down there, and we stumped their toe again. We got another center quarterback exchange that didn't happen. Some reason or another, we fumbled it, and it was 4th down. It was either score or they stopped us, and well, I don't know if they stopped us or we stopped ourselves. And we go in the halftime kind of fussing and just up 14-7 when we felt like we could have been up 21-7 or even 28-7 if we felt like we handled on a couple turnovers. But you know, that's part of this old ball game. We're going to learn that stuff. But on a whole, I thought we made some mistakes, but you know, we overcome those things a little bit.
I agree. And you always hate to leave points out there on the field. we did get a little down and out on each other. It's tough turning the ball over 3 times in a half, especially when you had some good offense. You moved the ball all half.
Yeah, I was satisfied. Like you said, we guts checked ourselves a little bit by making too many turnovers, but again, give them a little credit. They didn't quit, and they kept coming at us and kept hitting us, and I thought they played hard all night long.
I agree. All right, guys. After the break, we'll come back and we'll go over the second half of the game. We'll talk a little bit about our big-time game up on the hill this week coming up against the Knox Central Panthers. And as always, a special shout-out to all of our sponsors. None of this would be possible without them. So always, we're very thankful.
Sauced in downtown Pineville, a great place for delicious food made to your taste. Only the freshest ingredients are used for sauce pizzas, for sauce pasta, and for sauce salads. You let the friendly and courteous staff know what you want on your pizza. It goes on, it comes out hot, fresh, and tasty. No microwaves, no fryers, just fresh food crafted by you. Call them for an order today at 606-654-2321 or come by 107 South Pine Street in Pineville. It's food crafted your way. It's sauced. Long's Pick Pack of Pineville, your independently owned and hometown proud store. They've got great customer service and friendly faces to help you. There's a great selection of fruits, vegetables, and dairy kept in temperature-controlled cases to ensure freshness, and Long's has the freshest selection of beef, pork, and chicken. Be sure to check out Long's Deli and Bakery with specialty meats, cheeses, and cake decorating. Long's staff is always available to point out the great deals, and they make checking out a breeze. For great prices and great selection, come see Long's Pick Pack of Pineville.
The way Bill sees it, the car's not just for getting from point A to point B. For Bill, his car's a reflection of his personality, his style, his values. That's why he has Kentucky Farm Bureau take care of his insurance. Because we're not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau, we're Bill's pride and joy Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Call Danny Luttrell in Middlesboro at 606-248-7859. Mountain Tarp of Middlesboro, we've got you covered. Manufacturing reliable, worry-free tarping systems. Whether it's construction, agriculture, transportation, or waste applications, they'll install and repair. They'll take care of system installations. They've got you covered with maintenance and repairs. And of course, parts are always available at Mountain Tarp of Middlesboro.
One of the largest employers in Middlesboro.
Multiple locations in Kentucky, Ohio, Texas, and Massachusetts. It's Mountain Tarp. We've got you covered.
All right, everyone, welcome back in. Let's get started on the second half, Coach. 14-7, they get the ball at a half. We kick off to them. They don't slow down. They come out of half, guns blazing. They go 8 plays, 60-yard drive in about 4 minutes and tied up 14-all.
I got scary about that point, son. I tell you. But that's what people came down there to watch. They came down there to watch a good football game, and I thought it was the best football game down there that night. And we didn't mean to. We wanted to blow them out if we could, but they wasn't going to lay down and die on us, and they didn't. They came out fired up.
Well, and like I said, it's what we needed. We wanted that, and so 14-all, 8 minutes to go in third quarter. We come back, ball on 20-yard line, and we really established a run game. We went 12 plays. They were all runs. I think he tried to throw it on third down one time, and London scrambled and got us a couple yards in first down. But besides that, they were 12 plays, all runs for about 80 yards, and I think we had big runs by Brandon Baker and Caleb's, and so that we really established a run game. So.
Yeah, I think the big third down play London made there on the first time we got the ball back after it was 14-14. He don't make that. We have to punt. Right. We go all night long and not have to punt. So we moved the ball pretty well. And like you said, I don't know how many plays drive it was, but we took it down there and again did what we had to do, and that was power the ball over the end zone.
And again, like you said, you brought in the big kid, and he run it for about 7 yards again, and touchdown. So 2-point conversion is good, and we go up 22-14 late third quarter. We really established a run game. I think we took a lot out of them on that drive.
Yeah, no, again, we was using a little bit more guys than they were, so I don't know how many kids we used on the night. We had about 23, 24 played a lot that night, so we kind of wore them down a little bit, I'm thinking, and after a while, we ended up getting control of them.
Let's see. They get the ball back. We respond again on defense, 3 and out. I think you had a big third down sack by Will Dean. So we get the ball back. We getting momentum back going. Let's see, they punt to us on that time, and that's when London, he has shoestring tackle, or I believe had been gone up the left sideline.
Yeah, again, you could tell our energy got up a little bit more, and I think the blocking got better, and he almost ran that back for a touchdown, and like you said, it is a shoestring. So, but again,
he starts us off in great field position, and we don't have no trouble. We go 3 plays, about 42 yards, and we score. I think London scored from about 13 yards out, a run off the right side, and we brought in the big kid again for a 2-point conversion, and we go up 30 to 14.
Yeah, it was our ball game then, and they made a little bit bigger, a little bit drive there, but we got down there, didn't we? And they had it on the 1 yard line, and that's probably our stop of the game.
No, well that's coming up. That's after that is when we got down there and stopped them.
Yeah.
They went about 12 plays. It was about 8 minutes ago in the fourth quarter. They went about 12 plays all the way down there on us.
Yeah.
Let's see, it was 3rd and 5, and we brought Jason and Jason Jones and Hayden Caleb's off the end, and they both sacked him at the same time.
Yeah, there was a double sack or a double whammy, but that was a big play for us. But we made a big stop on one of the defensive back, came up and stopped them on about the 3 yard line, wouldn't let them score. So that was definitely a team effort defense. We kind of give out awards for that for the series of the game, and that's the one we thought was the best defensive 4 downs we've done the whole game, and we kind of award the kids for that a little bit. And I don't know who all was out there, but that was a good defensive stand for us.
No, I agree, and those are always very important, and that really shut the door for us. We went again another 12 plays. Went all the way down the field. I think mostly runs. We was really just putting the nail in the coffin.
Well, this game, when we stopped them, it was over with, and they knew it, and they and like I said, we went down and scored and made the final score, 37-14. We let Jason come in, kick the extra point, and
looked good too.
And looked good, we played a good football game.
Well, going back over some of the total stats, I think two big-time team stats were they only had 8 first downs and we had 24. We really controlled the ball. That's really telling.
I thought we had the ball all night long. We had 2 100-yard gainers and Brandon Baker and London. I thought we had a committee back there in the backfield run the ball, and Dawson Woolham and Hayden and I know didn't run Hunter much, but he's so valuable for us on defense. And I thought Will and I think Tyson ran it one time, and Jason caught several passes, and Cam, I don't know if Cam caught one, but had a big important late hit on him on a catch one time. So that was a big penalty for us. But overall, I thought our offense did well, control the ball. But again, you know yourself, and you're a defensive man. Your defense wins games for you. And I just thought we played defense pretty well solid all night long. We give up a few good runs. I just thought Dawson Widener had an unbelievable game, and hope we can get that out of him every week from here on out. If he does it, he'll really make us a better team. And I thought Brent Hoskins and Hunter Bailey, I just thought our linemen too. Our offensive linemen did a great job. Lane and Timmy and Caleb over our 3 seniors got to carry us, and then our defensive line and those boys up there did a great job for us. So, it was a good team effort for us.
I agree. I think we got a lot of things to grow on too. As you said, you mentioned a couple names. Let me go back over them. Defensively, Dawson Widener had 10 tackles, 4 for a loss. Like you said, this is his about 3rd year starting. We're expecting him to really turn it up a notch like he did the other night and continue his good growth. Brent Hoskins had 5 solos, 2 assists, 2 pass breakups. Like you said, I think he really responded to early touchdown. We had a big goal line stand on defense too. Trevor Kidd 4th down stop, like we said, and Jason and Hayden with your 3rd down sack. Offensively, as you mentioned, London Stephanie was 6 for 9, 96 yards passing. He had 14 carries, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brandon Baker had 17 carries and 113 yards, and Jason Jones had 5 catches for 82 yards. All around offensively is pretty good. I know Hunter Bailey had a touchdown. Trevor Kidd had 2 touchdowns. I think we started counting up Lane Hoskins' pancakes, but had to stop on him. He got trucking late in the game. Timmy Lawson had a bunch of pancakes like we talked about, and Chase Huff had a ton of pancakes. Like you said, committee running. Dawson Woolham, I think we had him down for 8 carries, about 40 yards. Hayden Caleb got some carries, like you said. Will Dean got some carries. A lot of good things going forward.
Yeah, I thought Will Dean blocked well at fullback the other night. Probably one of his better games. And
agreed.
We was glad to see his daddy out of the hospital after 9 weeks in the hospital and come down there and be able to watch him play. And that was big for us, and we sure glad we seen that. And I thought, we didn't say Josh Hilton. I thought he played a good game and far in front. And I just thought it was a good total team effort, and it was a good night for Bell County football.
Well, you want to move forward? You want to talk about this?
Yeah, let's
week?
get that. We need to put this to rest.
All right, I'm with you. This week we got the 2019 Short Redmond Pride of the Mountain Bowl. As you can see it on our shirts. We got the Knox Central Panthers. We know a lot about them. I've seen them 100 times. You've seen them 3,000 times.
Well, Coach Hoskins down there, Fred, he was right here with us for many years. He played here, and he's another one of our former players, former coaches that goes out and takes over a program and builds them back up. And he's done an excellent job down there. He's got Knox Central playing football, hard, and we know that. There's no question about that. So things he does, he's got his own style a little bit. But I think he's more of a power football team. A lot of people think he is. So it's going to be an interesting night. Going to be a good night here on Log Mountain, and I know they'll come into play. They got confidence down there now, and they'll be a good game for us.
No, I can. Like you said, Coach Hoskins was been around here forever. I think he was here all 4 years I was here. I can remember him when he used to coach me back in 4th grade Little League basketball, and I knew how hard he worked his there, so I know he's working them hard. I look forward to it this weekend. I think it's been about 6 years, I think you said, since we played.
I don't know why they quit. I've been gone for 6 years before I came back, and I think somewhere or another about the first year I left or something, they started having little problems. I don't understand, but I know Coach Hoskins and I, we ain't gonna have no trouble. He's a hard-nosed coach. He's gonna get after us, and he knows what I am. I'm gonna get after him, and I think we both wear our big boys' britches, and we'll be able to handle this and keep our kids under control and play the game where it's supposed to play. And I just think it, and it's good. We're close enough. Knox got a good program. We got a good program. We need to play and have our own good rival against each other, and that's what we both decided to do. We're going to play a little grade school game in front of it because most of their bowl games early in the years have 2 games. So we just thought to get a good crowd and get people pack this stadium up here that we put another, not that we needed another added attraction, but it just gets a little excitement in the air before the real show starts.
It's a middle school game.
It's a middle school between our middle school and their middle school, and they're going to start at 5:30. Hope that thing will be over with, right around 7 or thereabout, or 5 or 10 minutes. We're going to give each team 35 minutes to come out and warm up, and then we're going to start like 35 minutes after that middle school game's over with. So we're going to talk about 7:30, 7:35 somewhere. It won't be that much of a delay, but we're just going to make it a good night here on Log Mountain. And in return, we're going to do that back down to his place next year. We're calling ours the Pride of Mountain Bowl. He'll call his something else down there next year, and then because always. As long as we play the first home game, it's going to be the Pride of the Mountain Bowl here on our football field at the first home game every year. So I think next year we'll play South Laurel in the Pride of the Mountain Bowl. Okay. So, but anyway,
I think that's a interesting idea and a great idea to bring the middle school up and play the game before. They'll enjoy the bigger crowd, and it'll be good for our fans to see some of the future coming into Bell County. Let's get back to Knox Central again. Big 4A school. won a regional championship last year for the first time ever. So they bring some experience back. Bring about almost 20 juniors that a lot of them play. One of them is Coach Hoskins' son that we remember all the time seeing him run around here. So I'm excited to see him play a little football. But, I mean, we're going against an experienced, big, powerful team. I mean, what are you looking forward?
Well, I know they're big. I no question about it. They're a good, big football team. They got a very good, outstanding quarterback at control. Runs the team well, and they got a good tailback that's a great runner. And like you said, Coach's son there has been highly recruited, and he's a big boy, and he can move for a big boy. And he's not the only one. They got others up there in move. So he's a good old I call him good old country football team, and that's the way old Bell County used to be. And hopefully we can get back to where we get some of these big monsters up here too. So, but we're bigger than what we probably think we are. Ours just don't grow up tall. We say short and round, but that's all right. Coach has got a good team, and they got beat by a very, very good football team last week in Ashland. So I'm sure they're biting at the bullets to get that thing over with and get back to the winning ways.
Well, and I agree, and I think that's what we've been trying to preach all week, that they're not. They're going to come up here and give us everything we want and maybe some more. So we need to be ready to go. I hope our kids are. I feel like we've had a good intensity during practice this week. I just hope we learn how to win a ball game and still stay humble.
Well, that's what we got to do. We did a good job last week, but that's over with. You can't live on what you did last week. And I had to get on ours a couple times this week just because we're letting our guard down. We think that win's going to carry over and put bread on our table. That's nothing but a win. We're 1-0, and we don't need to let somebody come in here and whoop us to make us a little bit more humble, make us go back to work. We need to treat every game like it's the next game and get ready to play. And Knox Central's number 2 second week. Can you believe we're already 2 weeks into the football season? So here we are, and then we just need to be ready to get after them and play. And I'm sure they're going to get after us too. And
I don't think you could ask for a better opening home game for us. It's going to draw a big crowd. We expect a big crowd. I think everybody's looking forward to it. Real quick, guys, before we go, I know you see this hat up here. I know our Boosters Club's got a couple of them for sale, maybe more than a couple. You better get on them quick. I know they'll maybe have them in there Friday, at the game. So if you want them, they'll be there. They'll have some other gear, shirts, etc. Coach, real quick, go Bobcats, 1-0. Let's go beat the Panthers.
Well, we've had a lot of spirit this week. Our students' body wear blue and white. We'll fill the stadium with blue and white. And let's come and yell for our Bobcats, and let's get behind them. And we got a good game here on Log Mountain Friday night, and we want everybody to come and support us. And like you said, let's go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats, guys, as always. Thanks to our sponsors. Again, we couldn't do it without you. So we'll see you guys next week around the same time. Get out there early Friday for our middle school at 5:30, and we'll see the big boys at about 7:30. So we'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Dudley Hilton Show here on 106.3 FM with your host, John Dudley Hilton. We get you set for the game starting at 7 o'clock every Friday. Join Jeff Jacobs and Brian Stewart as they bring you every play right here on 106.3 FM, the big one. Mountain Tarp of Middlesboro, we've got you covered. Manufacturing reliable, worry-free tarping systems. Whether it's construction, agriculture, transportation, or waste applications, they'll install and repair. They'll take care of system installations. They've got you covered with maintenance and repairs. And of course, parts are always available at Mountain Tarp of Middlesboro.
One of the largest employers in Middlesboro.
Multiple locations in Kentucky, Ohio, Texas, and Massachusetts. It's Mountain Tarp. We've got you covered.
The way Bill sees it, a car is not just for getting from point A to point B. For Bill, his car is a reflection of his personality, his style, his values. That's why he has Kentucky Farm Bureau take care of his insurance. Because we're not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau, we're Bill's pride and joy. Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau. big on commitment.
Call Danny Luttrell in Middlesboro at 606-248-7859. Sauced in downtown Pineville, a great place for delicious food made to your taste. Only the freshest ingredients are used for sauce pizzas, for sauce pasta, and for sauce salads. You let the friendly and courteous staff know what you want on your pizza. It goes on, it comes out hot, fresh, and tasty. No microwaves, no fryers, just fresh food crafted by you. Call in for an order today at 606-654-2321 or come by 107 South Pine Street in Pineville. It's food crafted your way. It's sauced. Long's Pick Pack of Pineville, your independently owned and hometown proud store. They've got great customer service and friendly faces to help you. There's a great selection of fruits, vegetables, and dairy kept in temperature-controlled cases to ensure freshness, and Long's has the freshest selection of beef, pork, and chicken. Be sure to check out Long's Deli and Bakery with specialty meats, cheeses, and cake decorating. Long's staff is always available to point out the great deals, and they make checking out a breeze. For great prices and great selection, come see Long's Pick Pack of Pineville.